Okay, hello and welcome back to another My Team episode. Today you join me for the French Grand Prix. It is the 7th race of Season 3. So far are we behind in the championship? I think we're just behind in the championship. So this is a race where we could, pull it all back, get ahead, and yeah, because if we're being real here, by the end of the season, it'll be me and Mick battling each other for the championship. Hopefully, me and Mick can both score some decent points this race, because obviously the Constructors is still highly up for grabs. It's very close between us and Mercedes by about 50 points, which doesn't sound like much, but seeing as a team can score 44 points in one weekend, it's a lot less than you think even. Like 2 races and that can be completely changed. Anyways, our qualifying lap puts us in P8, but that doesn't really matter. Have a little bit of a drift in the end. Messed that one up, but didn't hit the wall, so that's good.
Welcome along then to France, host of the world famous
we have an engine penalty, so
we're not talking 2 wheels today.
Yikes.
We're talking 4 in a country widely thought of as giving birth to the art of motor racing back in the late 1800s. We've come a long way since then, and you're about to find out how far. It's time for the French Grand Prix. 6 lefts and 9 rights give us a total of 15 corners here at the circuit Paul Ricard, and a lap covers an overall distance of 3.6 miles. Average speeds will be somewhere in the region of 142 miles per hour, and they'll be maxing out on the Mistral Straight at around 205 miles per hour. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course, you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, with Daniel Ricciardo slotting in alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Mick Schumacher, Norris, Charles Leclerc and Perez, Sainz, Verstappen, Giovinazzi and Esteban Ocon, Bottas, Gasly, Yuki Tsunoda and Ticktum, Stroll, Matsushita, Jack Aitken and George Russell, Raikkonen, Mazepin, Latifi and Reed. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
This is our engine supplier's home Grand Prix. Let's give them a race worth watching.
So yeah, with the engine penalty, we're starting from the back. We're going to do a 2-stopper, but I feel like we can extend these soft tyres out enough to get onto the hards to finish the race on a 1-stopper. Whether the game will allow me to do that or not, we will have to see. Obviously, it will allow... Ignore me. Yeah, so we're going to go for a probable 1-stopper, seeing as most people probably do that. If they do that, we will. If they don't, we won't. 22 grid place penalty to 5 red lights from P22. We are underway for the French Grand Prix. We go for a little look down the inside of both asses there, around the outside of Raikkonen, behind Aitken and Russell then, going for a move on the inside. Aitken loses his front wing, hits his teammate with it. We get behind Matsushita, and there is a virtual safety car deployed. I'm assuming because Aitken was an imbecile. Anyway, that's the word I was looking for.
Positive delta until the green flags.
Well, the VSC's ending. We're going to have a little cheeky look around the outside of a couple of cars there, Matsushita and past Ticktum. However, Ticktum is fighting for his position here. He really does not want to give up P16 or P15 for some reason. So we go for a move around the inside on the final turn and get past Gasly as well. The AlphaTauri is now behind us. And we are now going into lap 2 in P13, up 9 places already. As Stroll just loses his car and just ends it off the track.
Green flag.
Bloody hell. Lap 3, then we have DRS on Tsunoda. We will be using that to try and get past him, but he does have DRS on Ocon. We go for a move on the outside, brake early to get a lunge down the inside of the chicane. We make it around very nicely indeed. That little early brake in to get us that quick downshift to give us the extra lunge and wheel spin to get past. Very nice indeed. As we go for a move around the outside of Ocon onto turn 1 as Jeff suggests a new strategy for some reason. But we're not doing it. Let's be real here. Lap 5. And we are up into P10. We're in the points, 5 laps in. Giovinazzi and Verstappen are battling ahead of us. Verstappen knocks onto Giovinazzi's car. Really wants to get past. Does not want to be held up by an Alpine. So he uses his good old tactic of just hunting them off. We're going to have DRS on Giovinazzi then. And we're going to try and use it to lunge past him. But he also has DRS on Verstappen. But we have the extra power advantage. We have the ERS. We have the bravery to brake late and make it through the corner nicely without losing another driver or a driver from the race, which is good. Lap 7, sorry. Then Verstappen's going into pit. So are a lot of people. So this is where we're going to really see what strategies people are playing. Ricciardo's on the hards. If a couple more people go onto the hards, I say we go onto the hards. I'm going to extend this out. I'm not lapping this lap. Norris also on the hards. Leclerc on the hards. Okay, we're going to pit for the hards. I've decided now we're going to pit for the hards. And we're going to go for a 1 stop.
Stopping this lap.
Yeah, okay, we're going to come in this lap. I've never really understood this pit entrance, but it's fine. We're alive. Hamilton's pitting for the mediums. Whether he'll extend that right to the end, I guess we'll never know. Well, we will know eventually, as long as we don't crash. There's not really much to say. There's not much that's really happened this race. We've gained a lot of positions though, and hopefully we can keep those positions. You never know what will happen. 2.5 second stop, pretty average. Yeah, Verstappen, Giovinazzi, Leclerc, Ricciardo, they're all on the hards. So we're also going to be on the hards, and we're going to be coming out behind Verstappen. So I don't think we lost any position. I'm not too sure. That's a red car going slow. Is that our red car going slow? It is. Mix up with the race. Oh, for Nick. Come on, man. I know it's just an engine malfunction, but it's irritating. Why don't we get any engine malfunction? I mean, I'm not complaining, but why we don't get any? I haven't had one this whole season. The only DNF has been when I've crashed. Anyways, we're in P10. Lap 11. Jeff's sent me a lap later that mix out of the race, as if I couldn't see that already. We go for a nice move round the outside. I don't know what the outside or the inside is. Around the inside, I think that was. On Verstappen, making it past. I don't really know what to say. The 3 cars have been battling and being held up by the Latifi, so we've managed to catch up. We're gonna go on down the straight. Leclerc has DRS on Bottas. We're going to go round the Santander Ferrari livery, around the Aramco Mercedes to get 2 in 1 straight. What a move. Jesus. And Bottas was on the mediums. But he didn't have DRS. So I guess that's fair. Lap 16, we're behind Ricciardo. Green sector 1. We can set some fast times. We're going to go for a move around the outside. He locks up his front right. And we make it round. Whether that's earned or not, I'm not too sure. Blue flags are being shown for someone, but I'm not too sure. Lando Norris has been having an issue with grip, and so have some other people, it seems. There's a 3-car pile-up and a safety car. A safety car's had to come out. Oh. We're going to have 2 laps of racing then. It's me, Norris, 2 lapped cars of Raikkonen and Russell, and then Hamilton. So we're going to have to get past Norris and and those two lapped cars if we want any chance of winning this race. But as it stands, we're on the podium. Green flag racing.
Green flag.
We're going to go for a squeeze down the inside of Raikkonen and Norris. Barely making it by, but we make it. Russell moves out of the way very nicely. We get straight past him, and we are now 2 seconds behind Hamilton on the set of mediums. So as it stands, lap 27 out of lap 27, we've gone from P22 to P2. We have gained 21 positions in 27 laps. What a drive.
Okay, good job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
That's going to give us a huge leap in the championship. What a race, though. Bloody hell. 3 wide down the straights, battling it out.
Historic win under their belts.
Nice.
Well done to the team at Mercedes. Anthony Davidson, a resounding victory today. What set them apart from the rest?
Well, they played the safety car to absolute perfection. There are so many factors to worry about once the race is neutralised. I mean, do you pit for fresh rubber? Do you have the space behind you? How much fuel can you save? If you answer all of those questions correctly, you'll have a good chance. And that's exactly what happened today.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes, your race winners today.
All of our engine suppliers are Grand Prix as well, because we've got the Renault engine. I didn't even realise that until just now. Also, an all-British podium. When was the last time that happened? It was 1968 at the US Grand Prix. It saw Jackie Stewart, Graham Hill and John Surtees on the podium. Cool, I didn't know that. So yeah, the first all-British podium since 1968. However, this was just in a game, because I have no life. Anyways, I say that's a pretty successful race. P22 to P2. I'll take it, I'll take it. 18 points to increase our lead in the championship on Schumacher. Before anyone says anything, I'm not tampering with it. Mick is not having engine fails on purpose. That's just him. You know? I took a grid penalty. If I didn't take a grid penalty, I would have probably joined him with a broken engine. But anyways, enough of that. Thank you for joining me for this one. I hope to see you next time for one of my personal favourites, the Austrian Grand Prix.